Alrighty guys and girls who watches this video, another vlog here. Gonna do a job on the car. As you can see, I've got the bonnet open. So today's plan is, I'd like to do a compression test on it. I haven't done it yet. I'm a bit nervous and I guess that's why I've been putting it off. But the car runs fine, there's no problems with it. I'm doing it just for a peace of mind. Purely because I'm hoping to spend some dollars on this car soon for some performance and stuff like that, and I don't want to go drop a heap of cash on this and it's not healthy. I would prefer to make sure this is good before I do that. So that's the plan. Just gonna pop the coil packs off, the spark plugs out, and I've got a compression test kit I've never used. I've had it for a long time. Brought it for another car, sold the car before I had a chance to do it, so time to do on the 1J. I've got my compression kit, brand new. Take this plate off, take all the things apart. I wrote on my little whiteboard over there that I've got the cylinder numbers wrote down, so I've got room to write down the figures. And my bench area is a complete mess, so that's going to make life difficult, but I'll still get it done. Taking the cover off, got the coil packs out. Spark plugs are in there. Sorry, that's a little dark. I'll turn the light on actually, that might help. Getting to the back's always fun, and I think my coil pack hold down bolt is actually stripped back there, which isn't fun, and that's under the firewall, so it's kind of hard to tap out. And I was going to attempt to fix it soon, but I've recently had a knee reconstruction. So I can't exactly lean over for a long time. It's a bit sore, but at least I can do small jobs. I've just cracked the spark plugs. There's a fair bit of stuff sitting down in the gallery that I don't really want falling in my spark plugs or in my cylinders once I take them out. Funny enough, I don't have a compressor to like blow all the shit out. So use a leaf blower. See how it works. Well, I think that's as good as it's going to get. I've never cleaned in there. I probably should one day with a compressor, but at least all the loose shit's out. It worked. So I just pulled out my spark plugs. That's left being 1 and that being 6. The only different one is number 2. I think it was a spark plug that was slightly loose in there. A couple of them were loose, but one was sort of bad. You can just see it's that little bit more grey than these, but I think they're all okay. When I look up charts, they say if they're more white, they're lean or hot. I hope the car's not lean. It's stock and usually smells very fueled up, and my AFR gauge, when it's reading correct, reads very rich, so I don't think that's the problem. So I believe that these are all within spec, just that one being slightly different. I'm not sure why, maybe because it was loose. I'm sure you smart people out there who watch my videos might be able to tell me otherwise too. So if you do want to tell me what the spark plugs mean, please do, because I read the charts and they're all different to each other and you get so many different theories, but I usually believe the guys on YouTube more than just those charts that people have drawn up. So yeah, go ahead, comment. So yeah, spark plugs are out. I'll hook up this compression tester. Hopefully it fits. It should do. It's all fairly standard stuff. And I'll get the misters out to crank it. It's not going to fire because the coil packs are disconnected obviously, but there is still fuel maybe priming. I'm not sure how these cars work entirely electrically. It's easy enough to undo the fuel pump fuse, so I'll just do that, and then that way I know there's no fuel coming up here. It's probably the easiest thing to do. I know people undo the igniter if they want to crank the car when the coils are plugged in, but I don't think there's a need to do that because they're all unplugged and I don't want to risk breaking anything there. 25 amp. So I think it's that one there, which looks like it's been changed before. We're in neutral. Turn lights off. Don't want a flat battery. So that's turned over with no compression. Perfect. Take this adapter out. Line it up with a spark plug. It's the same size. The thread looks the same as that. So I know that'll go in. I think then this hose connects to that. That goes to the gauge and that's all you need. Alrighty. Got it hooked up on number 1. And I'll get the missus to come out and crank the car, and nervously I will watch this gauge hopefully go up to a nice number. Doesn't matter what number you really get here, as long as it's quite even across all 6, you can be somewhere between 150 psi, 170, 80. I'm going to see quite high numbers because the car's cold. I actually forgot to run it, and being that I've sort of had surgery, I'm a bit slower, so I think by the time I would have done all this, the car would have been cold anyway. And I know you can do it cold because obviously this is how you would test an engine before you would put it into a car or whatnot, or do an engine swap for something that hasn't been running for a while, so it's fine doing it cold. Alright, just go when you're ready.
Do you need to run it?
No, just turn it over. Just constantly. No, you got to keep going. Okay. So yeah, it's about 130. Maybe I'll actually see cold numbers because the engine isn't hot and it's not sort of all heated up into normal size. But that's 130, so we'll see how we go from there. Alright, go again. Okay. Alright, that's also close. Alright, I'm ready. Okay. Alright, so that's another 130. Took a little bit to get there, but it went there. I don't think my connection was on properly. Alright, this is number 4. Okay, Nat. Same again. Okay. A little lower, about 120. It's not the most expensive gauge either, but it's close. Alrighty, number 5. Alright, Nat. Okay. Well, that one shot up. That's sort of what I more expected, but I think it just depends how I get this seal seated. So yeah, that's another 140. Alright, lucky number last 6. The hottest one at the back of the engine. Alright, Nat. Alright. Another 140. Okay, that's not too bad, I think. Well, that's my numbers. Nothing too drastic. The 120 was a little low compared to 140, but what, 20 psi out from each other. Not too bad. I don't think it was quite evenish across the board. I've watched people do this before, and usually they'll just get consistent like 140s or whatever and have one that's a little low, but it's not bad. I'm just glad I didn't see anything that was like drastic, that was like 30 or like, you know, really low numbers. So I think it's maybe tired, but not bad. Probably go and research numbers and what people are getting. I think hot people are getting like that 150, sometimes 60. So I think, yeah, maybe hot you get higher numbers because everything's a bit tighter when it's all expanded under heat. I have to go find some cold numbers. Not exactly great numbers, but there's people all over the net with different numbers, and yeah, so anyway, you can probably tell me otherwise. But yeah, again, I didn't see anything drastic, and I could hear some air piss out a couple times when I was doing it, so I think the check valve and stuff on it was playing up. You probably hear that in the video. I can pour oil in here and redo it again, but it's a lot of time, and I'm just going to see higher numbers with oil in there, and yeah, I don't think it's going to help me at all. It just means that the rings might be worn and the oil is filling those gaps and lubricating it, and it's going to read higher numbers, and I'll probably be in the ballpark, and then I'll be happy and run away with a smile on my face. But ideally it probably means it's a little worn out, I suppose. Oh, low compression, if it has it, means I can take more boost, don't I? And yeah, my plan is to make the car reliable, drift it, skid it, and flog it. So, you know, if it is low, I don't mind. It's still running as long as it runs, and it's fine. If I need a rebuild in the future, that's what I have to do. They're old engines. They take a flogging. Also, I'm reading the instructions on the compression test kit, and it says to have the throttle wide open. I guess that's so you can like suck air in and compress it. I didn't do that. I probably could have just like done it open. But I didn't actually read that step. I've never done one of these before, but if that's the case, well, that might have been my problem. And it's probably not that bad. Went back and did them again with the throttle open. Didn't make much difference. The achieved was that low number 4 cylinder, which was 120, shot up to 130 this time. So it made everything a bit more even, sort of within 10% across the board. So it's a bit nicer. Still low numbers, not sure what's going on. Could be a combination of many things, but again, the car runs fine. Yeah, so I don't trust at all, but everything's quite even, so nothing is drastic in one particular cylinder, which is a plus, I suppose. I'll take that as a positive. So yeah, I'm just going to put it all back together again and drive the car normal, like I usually do, because it has plenty of power. It doesn't misfire. On idle, it misfires a little bit when it's cold, I think. I don't think that's low compression. I think that's something else that's going on. But that's it's very rare. It happens only sometimes. Yeah, so I'm going to put it all back together, re-gap these spark plugs or check them, and then I will just warm it up, take it for driving and make sure it works, and I'll keep driving this car. It works fine. Alrighty, coil packs, plugs all back on, tightened, fuel pump fuse back in. We'll start it up and it should start. She goes. Couple little hiccups, but yeah, it got there. Found itself. But yeah, being that the numbers are low, it's a very healthy sounding engine. It revs nice, it makes plenty of power. Hits boost cut with ease, so I'm not that concerned. All back together and it runs. Wasn't the best outcome I was hoping for, but it's not terrible either, so there's a positive there. Nice, smooth, healthy exhaust note. Makes plenty of boost. I think I've been peaking at, yeah, 1.14 bar. Ignore this, it plays up when it's cold. That's not completely correct at the moment. I mean, it could be heaps of things. The more and more I look at this car, it's been touched and played with in areas I didn't even think it had been. Like, I don't even know if this engine's been opened. It doesn't look like it has, but then if they went for a very stock look and didn't change too much, you wouldn't be able to really tell. So who knows, the head gasket might have been changed somewhere in its life, and maybe it's a thicker head gasket, and they were aiming for lower compression numbers for big high boost down the track. Who knows? I highly doubt it, but it's a theory that could be there. Yeah, but anyway, it runs fine. There was no reason for doing a compression test today. It was just for a vlog, I guess, and something to do. It was cheap and easy. I had the kit here, I had some time on my hands, and just wanted to see what my numbers were, really. But anyway, if you want to comment what you think, tell me what I should do next, go for it. I'm all for it. It's only helpful information that I can use down the track anyway. So thanks for watching, guys. Hit that subscribe button. Hopefully I'll have some more videos coming soon. I'm a bit behind with the knee thing going on, but I should have a couple vlogs hopefully coming up. Cheers.